What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we're going through the brand new campaign event that just went live on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global, being the Road to 100 Million Download Celebration number 2. So the previous campaign event was actually just Road to 100 Million Downloads Part 1, and this is the second part to that, and likely the next campaign event after this, which ends, well, this particular event ends December 10th. After this, I would assume the next campaign event should be the official 100 million download celebration event. So, before we get into that, the World Clash has obviously concluded, so the farming has completely stopped. If we go over to the website right now, it says that the actual announcement of the points and who won will be on November 25th at noon o'clock, which, as of me recording this video, is like 2 hours from now. By the time you guys see this video, this, like, the rewards, or the actual announcement of who actually won, which you already know is probably going to be the JP side of the game quite easily. But it'll actually just show you, you know, even your close ranking rewards in terms of your particular server, whether it be on Global, Korea, Taiwan, or JP, like where you ranked in each of the zones and stuff like that. That will all happen at noon o'clock on the 25th. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. You know, hopefully we get our rewards relatively soon, and once we do get our rewards, I'll make sure to make another video of that, recording all of my additional, you know, red poster tickets and stuff like that. But let's get into the news that we have at hand. So we have the Road to 100 million downloads all over the world number 2. So for the first event, from November 30th to December 10th, Chopper and Carrot's Strange Forest Adventure. Homies, boosters that give a ton of EXP when used to power up characters have arrived. Play a special quest to get them at certain drop rates. So if you guys were playing around the time of the anniversary where we had the Sanji Island come out, where you could actually drop lobsters, and the lobsters were like EXP material, this particular event is very, very similar to that. So we have Tea Time Homies, 4 stars, give you 4 million EXP, and they will also unlock one of your character's powers. So they act like soccer books, but they give you 4 million EXP. And those are the 4-star versions, or like they're actually like the highest rarity that you can drop from this particular dungeon. As I said, Chopper's Strange Forest Adventure will be from the 30th to the 5th, and then from the 6th to the 10th is going to be Carrot's Adventure. So you have a Rookie, Veteran, and Expert difficulty dungeon, and you can play them 3 times per day each during those periods. So make sure to go ahead and do that, because yeah, you can actually drop a lot of materials from this, and you can use those to level up your characters. The thing is we are having a maintenance really soon. I think it's on the 29th we're having a maintenance. So I hope with this maintenance we get the ability to stack certain materials. That will make this island way, way better, so that we can stack all these materials together rather than, you know, having to actually go ahead and, you know, take up a bunch of box space, because that was definitely one of the big things that I really hated about the World Clash event, is the fact that Global, in particular, everyone on the Global side, I think Korea and Taiwan have this as well, they don't have socket tome stacking yet. So the JP side of the game do have this, which means that they didn't have to waste their time actually, you know, feeding socket books to characters. So that was a really, really big bummer that Global didn't have that yet, but hopefully with the maintenance that comes out, it brushes up some new features. So I hope that we can get that, so that when this comes out, we can have a little bit of an easier time stacking these particular units. But this island's going to be quite nice for stacking up some EXP for potential characters that come out in the future, and you can just level them up a lot quicker. The second part of the event is actually pretty good for some people who have missed some of the Neo clashes, because we have Kuma, Kizaru, Doflamingo, and Akainu all arriving for certain parts of this event. So we have the Kuma coming out first from the 26th to the 29th, 30th to the 2nd is Kizaru, 3rd to the 6th is Doflamingo, and 7th to the 10th is Neo Akainu. All of these, I would say, are pretty much worth farming. I would say definitely pick them all up, because, you know, it is just nice having, you know, the characters that have these abilities for different colors, and the fact that some of these characters might be boosters in the upcoming treasure map, so I would highly suggest farming them up. So make sure to go ahead and do that. Moving on to number 3, though, we have, like always, the 100% chance to encounter ambush characters. We have Cavendish arriving with General Frankie, and we have Edward Newgate arriving with Clash Akainu. So from the 1st, on the 1st of December is the Cavendish run, and on the 8th of December is the Edward Newgate. So you can go ahead and do this, get your hands on potentially some Super Evolution skulls, as we should be getting a Super Evolution character relatively soon on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global. Event number 4 is going to be the arrival of the Celestial Dragons once again, so this is going to be a good opportunity to go ahead and farm up some of your berries, so you can potentially, you know, limit break some more characters, because as we know, limit breaking does take up a lot of materials, so making sure you have a lot of money in the game is going to be useful for limit breaking characters. And for event number 5, from the 2nd to the 6th, you're going to be having different Evolver Coasts arriving once per day. Now, each of these missions, I do believe, give you 1 extra gem per day, so that's actually quite nice. You can go ahead and get some red, green, blue, yellow, and also the purple materials, so that's quite nice. Once per day, you can go ahead and farm them up. So it's basically 5 free gems. So make sure to go ahead and do that and run double buggy, get more drops and stuff like that. So not a terrible island, but definitely like not really like an island that a lot of people should be excited about. But you know, it's still free gems, pretty nice. And number 6, we have the Unlock New Powers event. So we're going to be getting the Straw Hat Island coming back again. This is a really good opportunity to drop some of these Straw Hats, so you can potentially rainbow some of the 5+ Straw Hats. So that's the main reason why people run this now, is just to rainbow their original Straw Hat characters. So that's really good that they're bringing this back. Event number 7 is 100% chance of super success. Thank God they're bringing this back. Just 3 times super success, 2 times super success doesn't really make a difference. However, this is very, very big. If you are going to be going ahead and feeding turtles, I would suggest saving them for these particular dates, because you're guaranteed to get your super success. So, you know, you can feed 5 princess turtles and level characters up immensely quickly. So this is really cool that they're bringing this back. And then triple chance to level up a special. So they're definitely bringing something big for One Piece Treasure Cruise now, because whenever you see triple the chance to level up a skill, you know something big is coming. And then on the 9th part of the event, once again, you can log in and get this pudding character once again. This is just a repeat of the event that we previously had, so you don't really, you know, need to worry about this too much. But if you are, you know, if you just missed it, like if you didn't log in at all throughout like the last month at all, and you really want to go ahead and get your hands on this character, then you can go ahead and do that from the 14th all the way to December 10th. And we have the Rainbow Gem given away every single day throughout the event. Now, one thing that Al Chatter, actually, one of the members of the One Piece Treasure Cruise subreddit Discord, was pointing out, is that for the celebration event, for number 1, we had, I believe it was a story mode Luffy. For event number 2 here, you can see it's time skip Luffy on the banner, and he stated that if we get the original, you know, a 100 million download celebration, that it's more likely than not going to be Gear 4 on the banner, because I do believe, and a lot of other people do believe, especially when you go to the treasure map tab, you can see here, Big Mom is going to be the upcoming treasure map that a lot of people have been telling me on stream. Like, people have been saying, oh, did you know the treasure map Big Mom's coming? Like, yes, I already knew this since it actually came out. So, Big Mom is coming. And with the release of Big Mom, should be the release of Gear 4 and Nami, as well as Guild Tesoro. So, Guild Tesoro is the highest point booster legend of just period. The highest point booster character on treasure map Big Mom. So, I expect there to be the Gear 4 Nami Sugo Fest, and then when this treasure map comes out, we're going to be getting the Guild Tesoro Sugo Fest. That's what I expect to happen. However, they could throw a curveball and give us the Guild Tesoro and the Big Mom treasure map first, and then for Christmas, we could get the Gear 4 Nami Sugo Fest. So there's a couple of different ways that they could really go about this right now, and I'm not really too sure how they're going to approach this, but I am excited either way, because the Big Mom treasure map unit is an immensely powerful unit. Like, you definitely have to farm this character up. And, yeah, she's a really good character. Next month in January, the month after in January, we should be getting Treasure Map NL, who again is another immensely powerful character. But definitely look forward to this. There is a, you know, just a couple units here listed here for the boosted characters, but nothing really too noteworthy. Just the Straw Hat characters, which aren't really point boosters, the Treasure Map units, the Treasure Map Sugo Fest units, and also just the World Clash characters. Other than that, we don't really have any more information in terms of boosted units. Once we get the entire list of boosted characters, I'll make a video talking about how to prepare for this particular event, because with this event, we have some introductions to new Treasure Map functionalities, which is actually pretty cool. But speaking of new updates, we have a brand new update coming out from the 28th of November to the 29th of November. We have a maintenance period. It's going to be lasting for 5 hours, and during this period, they're going to be adding the version 8.2.3, which adds added functionalities for new characters, likely going to be the Gear 4 Legend character, because he does have brand new functionalities that are not in the game yet with a brand new captain action. Then it adds functions for new events, which is likely going to be the treasure map with Big Mom, because with Big Mom's treasure map, they introduce a new functionality, being the invasion or the ambush functionality inside the treasure map. So that's likely the new event that's going to be added. or they could be adding the Garp event. I don't know. There's a couple of things they could be adding with that. On top of this, they have the brushed up existing features, and they also have other minor bug fixes. This is cool. Okay, so there's a brand new maintenance coming up. Hopefully it does also introduce the fact that, you know, when you pull on Sugo Fest, potentially getting Secret Reds, because I feel like Secret Reds is a really cool function that just should have been in there from the beginning. The fact that even if you do get a multi that has like all the golds in it, there is a chance that one of those golds could turn into a red poster. And I do think that having that kind of feature in the game is just kind of nice, because you kind of get your hopes down when you get a multi with no red in it, but it could potentially get a secret red in it. So I do hope that they add that at least with it. But once we get, you know, more details on this update and what it's actually added, or more download and stuff like that, we'll get a little bit more information about this particular download and maintenance. So also one minor thing as well, we have the new Fortnite that has been announced as well, and also Coliseum Time Skip Kid was added here into the Coliseum schedule. So on the 28th of November, PST time, he will be arriving on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global, along with Coliseum Dalton, who doesn't really matter too much, but the fact that we're finally getting Time Skip Kid is just crazy, crazy good. He's just an amazing character. Honestly, one of the best Coliseum units in the game, and is definitely a character that you have to Rainbow Limit Break, because when you Rainbow Limit Break him, he just gets so much better than what he does usually, because he gets the ability to lower his own cooldown. So at the start of the adventure, his cooldown is actually completely maxed, and you can use his special on stage 1 of a fight. So definitely a unit that you want to go ahead and start rainbowing, but I'm really, really excited for it. But that's been basically all the information that we have thus far in terms of new updates for One Piece Treasure Cruise Global. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to go ahead and smash the like button down below, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.